Welcome back to Kaijumania. My name's Rocket, and this week we are looking at the franchise that could have been a part of the Godzilla vs Kong universe. It's the one, it's the only, Pacific Rim.
We always thought alien life would come from the stars, but it came from deep beneath the Pacific. Pacific Rim.
We start off in the futuristic year of 2013. Kaijus have slowly been increasing their attacks on the planet Earth, and the humans have only got one option, and that's to have giant Jägermeisters. To build giant Jaegers to combat them. So that's exactly what we do. And it's like a bit like Power Rangers in a way, because one person in the Zord, it's not enough. We need multiple people in the Zord to control it. So we've got our two brothers, the Brothers of Anarchy. We've got Charlie Hunnam and his brother. They're going to get in a giant robot called Gypsy Danger, and they're going to go and fight our first kaiju, Knifehead. So we're starting things off straight off with a bang. Already there's a title on the line. Here we've got it. Gypsy Danger, Knifehead. Let's go. Knifehead's emerging out the sea. He's got bioluminescent blue eyes and a blue mouth, and I think Adam Wingard might have seen this film. Not too sure where I'm getting that from. But he goes to bite Gypsy Danger. Gypsy Danger's getting some punches in on him, and then he basically gets his arm, it turns into a plasma cannon, he blasts at Knifehead. Knifehead ends up jumping on him and ripping the arm off Gypsy Danger, exposing the two pilots inside. Knifehead gets Charlie Hunnam's brother, bites him, rips him out, and it's like, oh my god, we're starting off where a kaiju is going to go away with a title. But no, Charlie Hunnam, he survives, he manages to get through. The Son of Anarchy gets his arm cannon, starts pinning this kaiju down, arm cannons the crap out of him, just about makes it through the match. So your winner, a new all-elite monster champion, Gypsy Danger. We cut to 5 years later and the Jaeger program has been abolished. They said, no, this doesn't work. I know every time a monster comes out we kill it with a giant robot, but that's not working. What we need is to build a giant wall. And Heimdall's like, well, you probably should have built your giant walls first, then we probably should have started building these Jaegers, and then let's see what goes from there. We're like, no, let's scrap it. Let's not even defend against the monsters anymore. Let's just build giant walls instead, because that'll surely work out. So they're building this giant wall, and in Australia it gets attacked. A kaiju just goes straight through the wall basically, as if it's nothing. And then a Jaeger comes and fights him. It's an Australian Jaeger with two pilots who've probably watched an episode of Neighbours, because that's where they get the Australian accents from, and basically they do some missiles to the neck of this kaiju, take it down as easy as that. Now, should this Aussie Jaeger be the new champion? Exactly. Gypsy Danger's not defending his belt. Should the Aussie be? It's up for debate. But unfortunately, that's not the case. So you'd think maybe it's a number one contender, but again, we're never really going to see anything of that. So our Australians, they beat the kaiju. The Jaeger program is kind of still working. Heimdall's like, right, well, there's only one thing to do. We need Gypsy Danger back, so I'm going to go and find him. It's like, we need your kid. It's like, well, my brother's dead. We're fine, we'll get you another one. We'll sort it for you, don't worry. Heimdall brings our Son of Anarchy back into action. He takes us to the base where the Jaegers are. He says, there's 4 Jaegers left in this world, and I'm going to show them you all. So we've got our Chinese robot. It's powered by triplets, the Wu-Tang Clan, and theirs is called Crimson Typhoon. They've had 7 fights, 7 wins, an impressive fight record, if I may say. Then we go to the giant Russians. They've got the heaviest Jaeger ever. It's a Mark 1, Category 1. Not too sure what that really means, but yeah, it's one of the first ones ever built, and it's built literally like a tank. Doesn't say how many wins they've had, but they've been undefeated in 6 years, so they've got an impressive fight record. So again, another one that probably could have a shot at the title. Theirs is called Cherno Alpha. something like Chernobyl kind of. I think that's where it comes from. And then we get Aussies, Striker Eureka, and they've chosen that name because they couldn't have the name Crikey as a Jaeger name. And then of course we get Gypsy Danger, his machine's been all polished up and whatnot. We then move to a bit of a side plot kind of explaining why the whole 2-man to power a Jaeger is needed. It's basically to power this plot device where Charlie Day is going to mind meld with a giant kaiju so that he can see what they're doing, they can see what we're doing, and we can kind of see a bit more about them, so we can have a plan of how to get rid of them. So it kind of explains why you need 2 pilots, so we can have this thing that we invented for it. We also are training this Japanese lady called Meiko, so she's going to be basically Charlie Hunnam's new co-pilot, and they kind of have a little demonstration, but she gets lost in a dream or a memory. Basically she has a memory of Ebera coming abroad and sniffing away trying to get her, and saying, look, just calm down love, it's not real, have a rest. So they have a rest, and just as they're having a rest, we get 2 more kaijus popping out the sea. We get Ortachi, we get Leatherback. So this calls for 2 Jaegers to go in them. So our second match of the evening is a tag team affair. Ortachi and Leatherback versus Crimson Typhoon and Alpha Cherno. Ortachi tail whips Crimson straight away. Crimson does manage to come back, he kind of does a monkey flip, flips him around, flipping Ortachi. Then in comes Cherno, he starts smacking on Ortachi. Ortachi then tail whips him off, gets Crimson's head and literally crushes it, rips it off. That's it, the triplets are down, they're out. Crimson, he's out of the match already. So already we've gone from a tag to almost a handicap situation. Ortachi then spits acid all over Cherno. It's kind of melted through, like, oh no, we're in danger here. And just as you think things can't get worse, out comes Leatherback, he gets the hot tag from Ortachi. He finishes off Cherno, and it was quite easy destruction really. So your tag team champions, Ortachi and Leatherback. After the match, Striker Eureka comes running down the ramp to try and check out our friends. Doesn't matter, because one of the kaiju lets an EMP. The Jaeger's powered down. All the systems, everything, electrical failures everywhere. Luckily though, Gypsy Danger happens to be an old analog robot, so he doesn't need all this fancy crap. And out we go, we send Gypsy Danger into battle. So we get in our first fight. Gypsy Danger finally defending his belt after 5 long years. He's putting his belt down against Leatherback, a tag team champion, so Leatherback could come out with this with tag belts and the world championship. So here we go, Gypsy Danger, Leatherback, title on the line. Leatherback literally grabs Gypsy, throws him flying through some buildings. Gypsy manages to get back to his feet, gets a Superman punch in, then gets a couple more punches in, and then as he's punching him in the face, he gets the rocket elbow and punch. Remember, Adam Wingard has never seen this film, not talking any inspiration whatsoever. And then Gypsy Danger gets a big Mongolian shot right into the eardrums of Leatherback. Then tries to get him in a full Nelson, but Leatherback shakes him off. Gypsy Danger then powers up the old arm cannon, absolutely blasting his arm until it completely falls off. Leatherback's down, but is he out? We're not too sure, neither's Gypsy, so just to make sure, blast the crap out of his chest, and basically it all caves in, and Leatherback is dead. So still, your reigning defending, all elite monster champion, Gypsy Danger. But the night's not over. Ortachi is now a tag team champion with a tag team partner, so he's having to vacate the belts, which has made him very upset. Gypsy Danger is now going to go after Ortachi. So we're going to get it. Gypsy Danger versus Ortachi. Heavyweight title is on the line. Here we go. Ortachi goes for his signature tail whip, smacks Gypsy, then he runs off and sprints. Gypsy's looking for him, can't find him. Then through a building, Ortachi comes, jumps on him, pounds him down. Ortachi then goes for his spit, goes it. Gypsy Danger manages to get out of the way, gets a couple of shots in. Then Ortachi does something that he hadn't done before. He sprouts wings, he's got giant wings all of a sudden. He picks up Gypsy and he takes off, trying to get him in the air so he can get him down for a giant pile driver from the sky. While this is going on, Gypsy are panicking, and then they remember, we need Megazord, no! So they call upon the Megazord. It's a bit like Ivy's weapon from Soul Calibur. They get the Megazord, they do all this, they do all the Megazord sword swinging, slash Otachi down, and then land onto the ground. So still, your undisputed heavyweight champion of the All Elite Monster World, Gypsy Danger. We then carry on with a little bit of a side plot, find out that Otachi was pregnant in this entire time, so impressive to even be fighting considering Otachi's condition. We then go on to like, right, what we need to do is we need to drop a bomb into the little rift where all these kaiju are coming out, blow the buggers up. So that's our plan, so we're going to send a couple of Jaegers down there and do all that jazz. And in the meantime, 2 more kaiju have appeared. We're not too sure what the names are, but we're heading up for another tag team match, but they've managed to pick Striker Eureka now. So we've got Striker Eureka and Gypsy Danger in a tag team match against 2 other kaijus. Well, that's what we think, because right before the bell rings, we get interference. A giant Category 5 big ass Slattern motherfucker appears out the rift, and all of a sudden we go 3-on-2 in this bitch. So the giant one he's taking down Striker Eureka at the moment, which is leaving Gypsy Danger to fight 2 kaijus on his own. He gets the sword, he stabs one in the head, puts him down briefly but not permanently. The other one's coming at him, mouth open, trying to reach Gypsy, but he gets his sword, does the whole Sharknado thing, keeps the sword in, and basically saws him in half. I say he does a Sharknado thing, Sharknado did the Pacific Rim thing. Then what happens is Striker Eureka goes into Predator mode, he does all this and basically blows himself up to try and kill the kaiju. And he manages to kill the small one that has been stabbed in the head, but he doesn't kill Slattern, the big one. After the explosions kind of died down, Gypsy is hobbling along, he's only got one leg, but the big one's still alive. Gypsy jumps at the big one, knife through the throat, starts blasting him with fire, manages to finish him off as they're falling through into a different dimension where the kaijus come from. They detonate the bomb, beep 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 beep, and up they pop. That bomb explodes. Apparently the rift between dimensions has been collapsed. No more kaiju can enter the world. Charlie Hunnam and Mako, they have a big hug because luckily it's not cliche enough where they just have to kiss because of it. So they just have a little hug, a friendly hug. And then the film ends. We then get a little bit of a teaser. Ron Perlman, Hellboy, who got eaten by the pregnant kaiju. He comes out of the kaiju stomach, so where's my shoe, where's my shoe? So Pacific Rim, do I recommend it? 2 big thumbs up from me. The fights, whilst it's dark and it's rainy, it's nighttime, looks very nice, the shots, all look fantastic, but it can make some of the fighting a little bit hard to see. But other than that small complaint, yeah, all aboard for this. A really good film, can't recommend it enough. Unfortunately, they made a sequel, and unfortunately, that sequel was not directed by Guillermo del Toro. So join us next week for Pacific Rim Uprising, but join us on Friday where I'll give you 5 fun facts about this film. There's actually not that much out there about it, but I'll see what I can dig up, and I'll see you on Friday.